pissed off that I told this story, but it just goes to the level of, I think, trust that they have in us and that they place in us. And I also believe, many times I've been walking through mock-ups with Robin, and he'll obviously, this is his job and his, what he does, and he'll question something. Why is this done? Or should we do this like this or whatever? And then I'll explain to him. I said, well, the reason we did it the way we did it is because of this and this. And he goes, yeah, now that you're saying that, it makes perfectly good sense. So they're very open to our input and reasoning, and they trust that we don't make any decision lightly when we're designing. And so it's a constant two-way dialogue that's very equal, going back and forth, and I find so rare a lot of times with different clients. And I think for us, some of our funniest and most enjoyable moments are with them, laughing. I can remember one time when I was presenting something and our logo was shining on the back of my head in the presentation. And so Robin takes a picture of it and texts it to me in the middle of the presentation. So you can't help but just have a good time with them.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do also want to say is NCL, as much as we value them as a client, they also value us as a designer and architect. And I think it's so important for them that, as hands-on as they are, and they really want to make sure that our design vision that what we created for them carries through to the final product. And when they give us feedback and comments and so forth, it's always with that mindset. They always have a mindset, I think, of let's make sure that their design vision carries through. There's maybe adjustments that we need to make, whatever, but I think that's always in the back of their mind. So they respect, and they value what we bring to the table. And I think that for me, that's so important, that we have that relationship with them and that trust. So I really value that, from them, that they really appreciate what we have to offer.
Nice. Yeah. I was going to ask, this kind of hand in hand with that, but the past year obviously has been hard on everyone. So tell me a little bit about how that's affected you guys and how, NCL has also helped continue things and keep things going. Jorge, you just got a little fuzz on your right lapel. It's like a little white. Yep, go on. It's good. It's good. So tell me about the last year.
I think it's a testament to the type of relationship that we have with NCL. This past year, although it's been very trying, it's been very difficult, the work relationship has actually gotten stronger. With this client, we can pick up the phone and call them, we can text them at any time during the day, and now that we're working from home and we're working remotely and there are people all over the world that we need to get a hold of, it's good to be able to know that, if it's 8 o'clock at night, you can pick up the phone and reach out to Frank and say, hey, Frank, I was thinking about this design idea. What do you feel about it? We need to get a response back to the yard right away. And he picks up the phone many times, or if not, he'll just respond back to you within seconds. So that ability to be able to have that direct connection to NCL and their team is vital, especially when we're all working in this very different and unique environment brought to us by the pandemic. So I think it's really been pretty smooth. Obviously we've had to adapt to working remotely, but the process has actually gotten stronger and we've become a lot more connected because of it.
Anyone else?
I think it's that basically.
Adversity creates tighter bonds sometimes, and I think this is definitely speaking to what Ella was saying. I think we become a tighter knit. It's become a tighter knit collaboration with our client with NCL. We found different ways to, more creative ways to work together and stay in communication and stay in touch. So I think we've gone out of our way to stay in touch even more now that we've gone through this whole period of time, with adversity. So I think, I think we're going to come out of this whole thing with really a stronger connection.
Yeah, it was definitely a new way of working, but it doesn't feel like we skipped a beat.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe it was like 1 week when literally everybody, and I could say this globally, it was everyone went into panic mode. Yeah. Everyone's working from home. How do we do this? How do we set up our schedules? But after that, it was